one thing that I like to think about when looking at this chart is the end of year, right? So
Hmm.
with the end of year coming, um, within like 4 weeks, right? 4.5 weeks, maybe 5 weeks,
It's coming
looking at
fast.
looking at the chart, it's like, do we really have the bandwidth to push through that like we would really need to see some major changes to get all the way through that 4,600. Otherwise, you might be on to something in terms of portfolios positions being closed out end of year to see that pullback a little bit to the pink area
Hmm.
like you identified, and then maybe having the legs to slingshot back through that 46, right? And that's
Yeah.
more of like, it's more of like a when you think about all the money that's involved in the market and how some of those positions need to be closed out, keeping that in mind.
That was something that Ryan actually brought up. He was our guest from last week. So, folks need to understand that the big money managers, especially folks who are managing mutual funds, but also big pension funds, that's like the majority of money in the markets. And those guys need to reshuffle their portfolios during the month of December because the snapshots that are taken, you guys might know if you've ever been in the market for looking at your various funds for pensions or 401k funds, or if you're a mutual fund shopper, you get that picture, that prospectus snapshot that tells kind of the what the mutual fund is made of. Well, that snapshot is taken in December. And realize that these managers are constantly moving their fund around, but they want that picture in December to look really nice because that's the kind of brochure that's going to be given to investors for the rest of the year. It also gives them a chance to kind of recalibrate the holdings of their fund for the new year. But yeah, Januaries are notorious for prognosticating what the rest of the year is going to be like. So I fully believe that, we're going to get exhausted towards the end of November, beginning of December, as we approach 4,600. We might be exhausted now with this current move up. And that December will probably see a pullback. And I'm going to be, like I mentioned when I showed you the chart, I'm going to be watching to see how far it pulls back because that's going to be critical. And then January, I can see us determining what 2024 is going to be like. So let's all be in tune there. Let's see, when do we get this current range expansion, this current upward rally move? When does it end? Number two, how far back do we pull back? And number three, what's next January look like?